I want to tell you about a contractor I worked with recently. 15 million a year in revenue, 1,800 plus 5-star reviews, 4.9 rating, 25 years in his market, top 500 remodeler in the country. By every measure, this guy had built one of the strongest reputations in his entire metro, and his lead volume had completely plateaued. He wasn't doing anything wrong. His team was strong. His reviews were exceptional. His brand was solid. But at 1,800 reviews and 25 years in the market couldn't break his growth ceiling. What could? The answer wasn't more reviews. It wasn't a better website. It wasn't more ad spend. It was his map pin. And for leads to have flattened out this year, there's a real chance the same thing is happening to you right now. Stay with me. I'm going to show you exactly what's going on, exactly what the fix looks like, and what the real business impact is when you execute this correctly. Let's get into it. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our weekly contractor marketing content. We work with contractors across the country, and this is one of the most consistent patterns we see in businesses that have strong operations but flat lead volume. Everything looks right on paper. Reviews are solid, website is clean, ads are running. The leads have stopped growing. And 9 times out of 10, when we dig into the data, the problem comes back to the map coverage. Here's something most contractors don't fully understand about how Google Map works. When you have a single Google business profile tied to one physical address, Google will show your listing to searchers with roughly 15 to 20 miles of that address. That's it. It doesn't matter how many reviews you have. It doesn't matter how long you've been in business. It doesn't matter how strong your SEO is, how well your optimized website is. If a homeowner is searching roofer near me from 25 miles away, they will probably never see you. Think about what that actually means. Right now, somewhere in your market, a homeowner with 2 or 3 zip codes away is typing your exact service into Google. High intent, ready to call, credit card close by. You have the reviews, you have the years, you have the reputation, and your name never shows up. They call your competitor. That job is gone. You never even knew it existed. That is happening every single day in markets where contractors are running on a single GBP Pro location. Before I get into any further, I want to ask you something directly. How many Google Business Profile locations do you currently have? 1, 2? Do you actually know what your coverage radius looks like on a map right now? Because most contractors I talk to have no idea how much of their own metro market Google cannot show them to. Now, I want to be clear about something. This strategy is not for everyone. If you're serving a small market, a single town, or a rural area with no coverage map, one well-optimized GBP location may be all you need. Focus on reviews and you'll be fine. But if you're in mid-size to large metro market and your leads have plateaued, this is almost certainly a factor. And the data we pull confirms it every time. Here's why the map pack matters so much. It drives roughly 40% of all inbound leads for home service businesses. Not paid ads, not organic, SEO. Maps, one of the single highest converting lead sources available to any local contractor. And here's something most people miss. Google Business Profile and the local map pack are significantly less competitive than traditional organic SEO. Ranking for a keyword on regular Google search results mean competing with every website in the country that has been building domain authority and backlinks for years. That is a long, expensive fight. Local map pack rankings are geographically bounded. You're competing with businesses near a specific address. Most of them have not optimized their GBP the way you can. The barrier is lower. The results come faster, and the leads are just as high quality. That is one of the most under-leveraged opportunities in local marketing for contractors right now. Back to my client. 1,800 reviews, 25 years, 15 million in revenue. He had done almost everything right, but his entire Google Maps presence was anchored to one location, one pin, one bubble in a metro that spans 60 to 70 miles. Entire neighborhoods full of his ideal customers were searching for exactly what he offers every day, and he was invisible to all of them. So what's the actual fix? Secondary Google Business Profile locations. Every verified GBP location you add extends your map pack coverage by another 15 to 20 miles in that direction. You're not just adding a listing, you're adding a new coverage zone, a new radius of homeowners who can now find when they search. Add a second location on the other side of your metro, and now you cover that ground that was previously invisible to you. Add a third and a fourth, and you start to build a map pack presence across the entire market. The contractors who dominate their metros are not always the ones with the best marketing or the biggest ad budgets. They're the ones with the most verified physical locations. Let me give you a real example. A1 Garage Door Service, $350 million plus company, one of the largest home service operators in the country. In Phoenix alone, they run 14 Google Business Profiles, each one anchored to a different part of the metro, each one extending their coverage into a different zone. Combined, they have map pack visibility across the entire market. And here's the part that should really get your attention. Each one of those profiles has thousands of reviews. Their main location alone has over 14,000 Google reviews. They just didn't plant pins across a map. They built real verified review-rich profiles at every location. That's what makes the coverage stick. That's what makes the map map packs show them consistently everywhere across the entire market. That is not an accident. That is a deliberate, systematic strategy they have been executing for years. Now here's what I know some of you are thinking. You probably tried to add a secondary GBP location before, and maybe it got rejected, or it got pulled down after the fact. Here's why that happens. Google now requires a real, verifiable physical address for every GBP location, and they use video verification to confirm it. Most shared office spaces and co-working desks will not pass that verification. Google flags them as virtual offices, and the listing either gets rejected or removed. You can't just pick addresses off a map. You need to know which shared office locations in your target markets have a track record of passing Google's verification process, and which ones to avoid entirely. Getting that wrong means wasted time and wasted money on a listing that disappears. Getting it right means a new coverage zone that generates leads for years. In a minute, I'm going to show you the exact 5-part analysis we built for this client, including the one output that most agencies don't even know what to look for. But first, let me show you what the execution was used to cost. Here's what used to make that strategy out of reach for most contractors, and why that has changed. Building this expansion plan correctly used to be a real project. Pull traffic data from Google Analytics, keyword and ranking data from Ahrefs, map pack visibility from Bright Local, local demographic and home ownership data from a separate source, then find someone who connect all of it, analyze the competitive landscape, and turn it into a prioritized action plan. The senior analyst billing $150 an hour, 3 weeks of work, that's a $15,000 to $20,000 consulting engagement for most businesses. Most contractors never did it. The barrier was too high. What I did with this client was different. I used Claude to build the entire analysis end-to-end, connected all the data sources into a single workflow, and the output was a complete expansion plan. Here's what it included. First, which cities and zip codes to target based on actual traffic and ranking signals, not gut feel. Real data on where the search volume exists and where the map pack opportunity is largest. Second, demographic and home ownership data for each target location. So you're not just chasing traffic, you're going after the right neighborhoods with the right homeowner profiles for your specific service. Third, and this is an output most agencies don't even know what to look for, a competitive review analysis for every target location. If a market you're considering already has 3 or 4 well-established competitors with thousands of reviews each, planting a flag there might not be worth your time or money. The analysis looks at the competitive landscape by review volume, so you know which markets can realistically win and which ones to walk away from before you spend $1. That single output changes the entire decision-making process. You're not just guessing anymore. You're allocating resources based on where you actually have a competitive shot. Fourth, which specific shared office spaces in those target markets have a history of passing Google's video verification, and which ones are flagged. Fifth, the full rollout sequence. Which locations to launch first in the right order, so you're just building coverage systematically instead of randomly. One day, start to finish, versus 3 weeks, $15,000 to $20,000 the old way. Now, let's talk about what this actually means for your business when you execute it correctly. Contractors who build out their GBP coverage across their metro with verified review-supported locations are seeing 30 to 40% more organic leads within 6 months. Think about what that number means specifically for your market. If you're generating 50 leads a month right now, that's 15 to 20 additional leads every single month from organic traffic. No ad spend, no cost per click. And here's the part that makes this fundamentally different from paid advertising. It compounds. In month 1, you're seeing the lift. By month 6, those profiles are established, the reviews are stacking, and the leads are coming in at a near zero cost per lead. By month 12, you have a coverage footprint that would cost the competitors months and significant money to replicate. Paid ads stop the moment you stop paying. Map pack coverage, built correctly, keeps generating leads and gets stronger every single month. 6 months from now, my client is going to have map coverage across his entire metro to match the reputation he spent 25 years building. His competitors who haven't done this yet are going to start seeing him in markets they thought they owned. On searches, they've been winning by default because no one else was showing up. That window closes the moment a competitor builds this out first, and it does not reopen. Here's what I want you to do right now. Before you close this video, ask yourself 3 questions. How many GBP locations do you currently have? What is your actual coverage radius on a map? And how much of your metro market can Google even show you to right now? For most contractors, the honest answer to that last question reveals a significant gap. And every month, that gap stays open as leads going to someone else. Pipeline you didn't even build. Revenue that didn't show you up on your books. The strategy is straightforward. The execution is what most contractors get wrong. If you want to know what this expansion plan looks like forever for your specific market, your competitive landscape, and your current coverage, let's talk. Click the link below and book a free strategy call. We'll look at where you stand right now and exactly what it will take to own your metro the way top operators in your market already do. And if this video gave you something real, subscribe. There's a lot more coming. I'll see you in the next one.